Christ in me sees the Christ in you. Everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. The Christ in me and the Christ in you. To know love is to be loved, and I know love will stay alive. If the Christ in me sees the Christ in you, everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. The Christ in me and the Christ in you. If my friend feels sad or broken, every time that my heart opens, love makes its way into the world. When the Christ in me sees the Christ in you, everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. The Christ in me and the Christ in you. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things. Sees the Christ who is my strength. I can do all things. Sees the Christ who is my strength.
Namaste. And welcome to the Life Enrichment Center live streaming Sunday on this first Sunday in October. And we're so happy you are here. We're so happy we're here. It's a beautiful day, beautiful autumn day. And as I mentioned last Sunday, if you see this after the fact, be sure to comment so we'll know that you were with us. But thank you for being here. And now there's a wonderful feeling in the moment, shared energy. And so I'd like to invite us to begin with a centering prayer. And before I do, I feel like I want to say this about prayer. That if we were ever in our mind, in our awareness, to leave anyone out of our prayer for healing, our prayer of love, our prayer of total acceptance in the oneness of God, then we would have no prayer to offer anyone. Because what we do when we pray is clear our own consciousness so that we can see the allness of God in every living being. And so as we move into prayer this morning, let us do just that. Let's close our eyes right now. And just focus on our breathing. And as we slow our breathing down, our thoughts slow down automatically. And it allows us to be in this present moment where all things are possible. Because all things come from that one invisible source, the source of love within us. And so we recognize that there is only God. God in us and God in every living being. God in all manifestations everywhere. And we see that and we know that, and our prayer is pure. In knowing that everyone who is asking for healing in this moment, no matter where, that healing is taking place within them, because within them is the power of God, the power of love, the only power there is. And so we accept healing within our own body. And because we do, we accept healing within every body. And we see that clearly. And because in this moment we know that peace is, there's nothing to oppose it. There's no other voice but the voice for God. And so we allow that peace to come into our own mind, and we feel it within our own experience. And as we do, it's easy to look into this consciousness we share and know peace is everywhere. And that peace is comforting now. That peace is guiding now. And that peace is filling our planet with a unity as never before. And we are so grateful to know that our prayers are answered according to our openness to the allness of the possibilities of life, the allness of the love of God. And we are open now, clearly open now. And we know that this prayer is answered here and now. And so it is. Amen. All right. Well, this is a brand new month, and you're going to hear me say it over and over again today and all month long, that our focus this month is on the power of trust. And so we have a new opening affirmative statement. And so I'd like to ask you to repeat after me. I am a spiritual being of love. Living in a spiritual universe of love. Love sources me. Guides me. Comforts me. Heals me. And is with me always. All right. Good one, yeah. All right, well, we have a few announcements. And I'll say it again, our October focus is on the power of trust. And CDs of today's talk, The Cooperative Universe, will be available after service for $3, or on our podcast tomorrow. We'll have the whole shebang, and we'll also just have the talk, and we'll have a synopsis of the whole thing. So it's a good thing to check in at our website, which is lecflint.com. Okay, now, if you're an active member of LEC, by now, you have received an e-announcement letting you know that we are having our annual membership meeting. It went out at 2 p.m. last Sunday. If you haven't gotten it, let us know. And we'll send it out to you individually and personally so that you can have it. And in that e-announcement is the code and password to be able to get into the meeting, which is going to be via Zoom. And it is at 2 p.m. on October 11th. Now, we're going to be voting on 2 open positions, or positions that will be opening, on the steering committee. And I just want to say that we are so excited that 2 of our members, Martha Schertz and Sheila McCambridge, have both volunteered to step up and fill those positions. And we'll also, during the meeting, accept nominations for qualifying people from the floor. Well, it'll be your floor. We'll accept it from the boxes. So if that happens, then we're also open to that. All right. Anyway, so we look forward to seeing you. Hope you'll be there in your square because it is. We're also going to be voting on an important change to our bylaws, which actually will bring them back to their original intent. So that'll be going on, so you want to be there. Okay, and again, if you haven't heard this before, actually we didn't have our What's Up. You probably wondered what's up on Wednesday because we didn't have our 12 o'clock meeting, but everything is up and running now. And so we'll be having it this Wednesday, and it's at noon. And we're going to be doing an opening meditation that will have to do with our focus this month. So we'll be doing some guided meditations on trust. If you want to do the meditation, be there at noon, and we'd love to have you. Everyone is invited. And if you're new this morning to our live stream, welcome. We are happy to have you here virtually, and we are looking forward to meeting you in person eventually. So for now, we just feel such love for you, and we want you to know that the universe supports you, loves you in all that you desire to know and to be and do and have in your life. It's pretty good. All right, so we have a new song for our new month, and it's by Gary Lynn Floyd. And if you've been wondering what Gary looks like, you're going to like this video. It's called Love Cover Me.
As time has unfolded me, it has revealed to me life's nothing less than sublime. And with every thought I make, every last breath I take, may I be gracious and kind. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over the trail. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Kindness wash over me, make me a symphony, play every note you can find. Make me reverberate, gently deactivate, slowly flow out of my mind. Find me a melody, dance and let my wrong, calls me to see love over hatred, guide me to be faithful and strong. Love cover me, love cover me, love cover me, love cover me, love cover me. I will not be shaken, I will not be moved. Love cover me, may my heart awaken, tenderness be proved. Love cover me, love cover me, love, 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 love. That's your part, it's really easy. It goes like this. Love, 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 love. Oh, you sound great. Sing it with me again. Love, 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 love. All right, one more time. Love, 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 love. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Calls me to see love over hatred, guide me to be faithful and strong. Love cover me, love cover me. Sing it with me again. Love, 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 love. Most important word you'll ever know. Love, 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 love. One more time. Love, 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 love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Thank you.
Whew. Love, love, love. I mean, wow. Not only is Gary Lynn Floyd wonderfully creative, beautifully, and deeply spiritual, he's a cutie. Just thought I'd say that. All right. Well, as I've said, today begins our October focus on the power of trust. Deepak Chopra wrote, "In the light of trust, as it develops slowly over time, you will find that you are a privileged child of the universe, entirely safe, entirely supported, entirely loved." Now, in a month that includes ghosts and goblins and things that go bump in the night, and in a year that's so often felt more frightening than any Halloween night, and in these seemingly uncertain times, when there are those who feel unsafe, unsupported, and unloved, developing trust in the universe is a very good thing. In fact, trust is vital to our health, our happiness, our well-being, and our peace of mind. Now, some of us may trust that God has a plan for us, for all humanity, but that is either a plan for an afterlife that is waiting for us beyond the pearly gates. I mean, if we can sacrifice and suffer enough here to get in. Or else it's such a long-term earth plan, because we collectively don't seem to be interested in doing things any differently than we have been doing, that we feel like we may not live long enough to see that divine plan manifest, to actually experience in our lifetime a world where everyone is living together in love, in health, in well-being, and in peace. But the good news is, the power of trust that we'll be talking about all month allows all the good that we desire for ourselves and the world to manifest here and now, while we're still here to enjoy it. A Course in Miracles tells us in the Manual for Teachers, the teachers of God, which is anyone who chooses to be, have trust in the world because they have learned it's not governed by the laws the world made up. It's governed by a power that's in them, but not of them. It's this power that keeps all things safe. So the power that we are focusing on and will be focusing on as we talk about the power of trust is the power that keeps all things safe. It's the power of the love of God within us. We are so loved that we have been given power by love itself to create for ourselves expressions of love and experiences of love that can manifest in the world around us. And the trust that we'll be focusing on as we talk about the power of trust is our trust in the intrinsic goodness of the universe. The very universe that we live in right now, despite any appearance that seems to contradict that goodness. And it's about our trust that no matter what we've thought or said or done that seems contrary to goodness, that goodness lives in us still, and it's there to guide us if we will trust it. Still, we rely so heavily on what we can physically see with our eyes, and trust requires that we believe something or believe in something that we haven't seen or heard or smelled or tasted or touched yet. We may be wondering how we can expect to trust the universe or even slowly develop trust over time when so many things these days, almost everywhere we look, seems to be going in the opposite direction of all those things that we want to see and experience in this earth life. I mean, we might even be thinking, I didn't come for this. This isn't why I showed up. But maybe it is. Because there is nothing like vivid contrast between what we want to see and experience and what we see and experience that we don't want, to encourage us to look beyond what we can experience with our five senses. It's been said, when nothing's certain, anything's possible. Oscar Wilde wrote, all good experiences have come from trusting the universe. There is no other way to live or love. Otherwise, you create your own prison. We create our own prison with thoughts and words and conversations and actions that are dominated by what we don't want and why we don't want it, and why we're unhappy with what's going on, and we don't like what's going on. We're so used to not seeing what we want, not because it's not there, not because we can't have it, but because we're not looking in the direction it's coming from, that we've stopped asking for what we want, and we've settled for complaining about what we don't want. We settled for a small, lackluster version of ourself and life, when we are created to extend and expand a universe that is unlimited in its possibilities. We've forgotten that our life, in all its ways, arises from within us, and that within us is an invisible realm of power and potential. No matter what's going on in our life along our earth path in any given moment, we've forgotten that our thoughts and feelings are the unseen substance out of which our life and all that we see comes into manifestation and arises for us to see. In the book of Hebrews, we read things that are seen came into being out of those things which are unseen. Couldn't be any more clear than that. Now, we may be a little rusty when it comes to our faith and trust in those things that are unseen, because we've been relying so much on what we see physically and the laws that the world made up. We've been focusing so long on what's already in front of us that we've come to believe that that is all there is for us to experience in this life. We look at our body, we look at our relationships, we look at everything around us, and then we focus so often on what we don't want. We don't want to age, we don't want illness, we don't want conflict, we don't want lack. And we focus so long that we forget our life is governed by the power of the love of God within us that's ready to give us all that we want. It's to start rephrasing our life. We live in a cooperative universe that always delivers. All we have to do is ask and it'll be given to us. But we have to let it in. And we won't if we don't trust in the goodness of this universe and who we are in it. We resist with our belief in our own unworthiness to have what we desire, and our stubborn view of what's possible and what's impossible for us and the world around us. We fight for our limitations rather than opening up to our possibilities. The poet Rumi wrote, "Do you know what you are? You are a manuscript of a divine love letter. You are a mirror reflecting a noble face. This universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you are already that." We'd have no problem trusting that the universe has our back 24/7 if we actually had faith that our safety, our support, our well-being, our health, our love, all that we desire is already within us. The universe always answers yes when we ask for whatever we ask for. But we have to anticipate that yes, and then expect to receive whatever we've asked for. The universe always supports us in whatever we want to be and do and have. We just have to let go and stop resisting being and doing and having it. Science Mind, we read, a marvelous sense steals over the one who waits on good and in patience bides his time. A feeling of some unseen presence silently creeps over the waiting thought. Though you cannot trace it, you must trust it. Still, most of the time we want to trace it before we can trust it. We want definitive proof before our eyes. I mean, Mark Twain said long ago, don't believe anything you hear and only half of what you see. And still, I'll believe it when I see it is such a human mantra. We're so used to looking for physical evidence of what we believe before we believe it. I don't know what to believe, I'll have to wait. Oh, that must be true. In 1989, Wayne Dyer wrote a wonderful book called You'll See It When You Believe It. And over 2,000 years ago, Jesus said pretty much the same thing. It is done unto you as you believe. We will see it done when we believe that it will be done for us. In other words, we learn to trust the universe by trusting the universe. So often we are afraid to dream because we're afraid our dreams won't come true. And we're afraid to ask because we don't want to be disappointed if we don't get what we ask for. I mean, we ask and it doesn't seem like we get better health or happier relationships or more financial freedom. Sometimes we want inspiration when we feel stuck in some situation. And so we let the past and something that didn't manifest cause us to resist our good in the present moment. We can only develop trust that the universe will give us what we want by finding the feeling of trust first. By letting ourselves feel what it would feel like to have that very thing we want. Because anything we want, no matter what it is, we want it for the feeling that it'll bring. Otherwise, things are just things, unless we feel something about them. So what does good health feel like? What would it feel like? Does it feel like ease and happiness? What does a harmonious relationship feel like? Does it feel like intimacy and contentment? What does financial abundance feel like? Does it feel like freedom and peace of mind? And what does inspiration feel like? Does it feel like enthusiasm and excitement about life? It's only as we develop trust in the universe that we're able to live in receiving mode, in the joyous expectation that the good we desire is ours to experience. No questions asked by the cooperative universe. It never says, are you sure you want that? I mean, if we think it's a good idea, it's a good idea. And the universe is all over it. We increase our trust by letting that good feeling of what it would be like to have that very thing that we've been wanting, to let it grow within us before it physically manifests, to anticipate it, to feel the reality of that inner evidence within us like a baby moving in our womb. Trusting in the unseen, out of which all that we will ever see must come. Trust opens us to receiving the wanted in our life, because we're looking in the direction it's coming from. In Science of Mind, we read, "My confidence in the all good is complete. My faith in the power of spirit is supreme. I have no doubts nor uncertainties. I know my good is at hand. And I realize that no fear can hinder the good from making its appearance in my life and my affairs. I know that my life and good are complete." There are so many beautiful things that are already manifested in this world that can expedite our development of trust in the universe, in that intrinsic goodness of the universe. We just need to be willing to trust that it's there. I know when I walk around Genesis Hospital, they have some beautiful paths there, beautiful walking paths, and even though everything is just so beautiful as it is, I always like to ask the universe to show me something unusual or something unexpected. And sometimes it's a really weird, unusual mushroom, especially nowadays. Sometimes it's an unexpected deer sighting. But yesterday, when I was walking along the path, something more subtle happened. I felt a presence about me and around me that felt unexpectedly peaceful. And I had this urge to just be still in my mind as I walked, and I began to notice that the air felt unusually crisp, and that there was this sweet, earthy smell of autumn in the air. And even though it wasn't a sunny day, all the colors just seemed to pop as if a bright light was within them. And there was such peace in everything around me that it just washed over me. And I felt so grateful for a universe that always has something very, very good up its holy sleeve. And all we got to do is ask. I mean, the universe gathers all the cooperative components of our desire together just for us. And all we have to do is be a cooperative component in our own desire. Everything's ready. Everything's already there. It's up to us to open to it, to cooperate with this cooperative universe, to celebrate the good even before we see it, and then to look with trust that it's there. If we cooperate with this cooperative universe by living in receiving mode and accepting our good with gratitude, we will find that our faith in the power of spirit is supreme. And in the light of trust, that our life and good are complete. Namaste. All right. Good new month, huh? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Trust. Yeah. All right. So this is the time of our service where we get to say thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support of what we're doing. Couldn't be doing it without you. And we're doing it for you. And we're doing it for ourselves. This feels so good. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll just keep doing this. Keep seeing how things unfold, knowing that they unfold from our gratitude, from our expectation of the goodness of this universe. It's all coming out, and it's all moving forward, and we're going with that flow, and we're willing to be right in it and right on the edge of it, moving forward. And so in the meantime, and it's not really a meantime because this is pretty cool that we get to be together live streaming. Thank you for supporting this. And if you haven't and you'd like to, as I've said in the past, there are so many ways to support what we're doing financially. You can go to our Facebook page, Life Enrichment Center, and hit the donate button. You can go to our website, lecflint.com, and hit the contribute button. You can go to PayPal. You can send us a check. And of course, it's up there, right? Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, I see it now. Okay, you can text. All right, we are such a modern church. Don't you love that about us? Okay, so we're going to go into our gratitude song, which is Grateful by Nemo Patel and Daniel Namad, and then we'll go into our gratitude prayer. So get into this groove of gratitude. It's such a great song.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest. You're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love. You're my hands, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug. You're the light in the dark, you're the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter. You're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father. You're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround. I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere. atmosphere in the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow. You're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, the gift to realize that everything
All
is a
that
gift.
I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all. Grateful for it all.
You're the blessings every time I try to count. You're the lessons that I learn every time I turn around. You're the water when I'm burned every time I think I found everything I'm looking for. You're the sign saying stop to take a bow and keep moving forward and start looking towards your heart. It'll open all the doors and only then you'll start to hear the world singing chorus with your mind and heart aligned in purpose. Everything
All
will feel
that I
gorgeous.
All that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
Every day I sit and pray 'cause what I have is more than I deserve or could ever imagine. How do I give back to all of this magic and spread the love so everybody can have it? Doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor, if I got a family or if I'm all alone. Bad things happen, I can just complain and moan, but there's a million things that I can be grateful for.
So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am,
And everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am, and everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. Everything I am, and everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am, and everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, the gift to realize that everything is a gift.
We are so grateful to know that everything is a gift. That we live in what feels like magic. What could be more magical than the invisible becoming visible, just like that, in our life and in this world? And all that's required of us is to open to that magic. Be willing to be that place and that space where it manifests. We are so grateful that we are open in this moment to that goodness of the universe in which we live. We feel it. We feel it within us. We feel the possibilities within us. We know the possibilities are coming, and we are grateful for it all. We are open to the good and the beautiful and the holy. And we allow ourselves to be that place where the good and the beautiful and the holy come through moment to moment, so that we are it where we stand and we see it from our center in every place we look, because we know where it's coming from. We know that the source of love within us is constantly giving to us, and we say thank you, thank you, thank you for your love, for your infinity, for the bliss that you give, for the beauty that we are. And feeling so loved, so supported, and so safe. In the arms of love, let us say our statement of abundance together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Amen. All right. Well, we have a closing affirmation, and it goes like this. My faith in the power of Spirit is supreme. My life and good are complete. You ready? It's a long one, but we'll get it. Ready? We'll just take it, slowly. We'll develop it slowly over time. You ready? My faith in the power of Spirit is supreme. My life and good are complete. I can do it without looking. Okay. My faith in the power of Spirit is supreme. My life and good are complete. One more time. My faith in the power of Spirit is supreme. My life and good are complete. Yeah. That's the only time you're going to get that one. So take what you got from it and say it a few times. And even if it's just a few words, you got the spirit of it. And it's just also good. And this is going to be a great month of trust. What a beautiful, beautiful thing to develop within us. Okay, so we're going to peace out with peace song and say we love you. And yes, Om Shanti Om.
Peace